So do you have to like be smooth about it and be like, what's your number?
What's up? It's Team MBL. I'm Music by Lucas.
And Lauren Z. Ray, DJ video creator, DJ producer.
And today's video is all about collaboration.
So why is collabing on your tracks important? A lot of you guys are probably like, I'm fine, I don't really see the advantage of collabing with somebody on my track, I can do everything myself. But there are actually a lot of advantages.
Yeah, it's how you get skills that you don't already have. Like for example, if you're not good at making drops, you collab with someone that's good at making drops. You work together over Skype. You see how they do it. It's gonna help you be able to get those skills. Or if there's a record label that you've really been wanting to send your tracks to, but you don't have any connections to that label.
But you start collabing with somebody who's already been signed to that label. You get in with that label or get the email of the person to send it to.
You get that connection.
Even if it's not signed, you've made that connection.
It's one of the quickest ways to grow your music career and one of the biggest things producers overlook. So whether you've collabed before or you're looking to collab, we're going to tell you some of the biggest tips and tricks that have worked for us and how you can use them to grow your career.
And also don't forget, this is a community, so if you've ever collabed before or if you have any additional tips and tricks throughout this video, please comment them below so that everybody learns from everybody.
And if you want to hear it, one of my new collabs, actually Don Diablo just premiered it on Hexagon Radio 205. You can check it out, let me know what you think, and you can find out what label it's going to be on. Best collab practices. So what most people think is that you have to have the same DAW to collab together. That's why a lot of people are like, what DAW do you use? They try to find the same person so that they can work together. But in my experience...
Yeah, you're like, FL Studio, I'm Logic. No,
I'm Logic, exactly.
I'm out, you know?
Everyone's like, this is the best, that's the best. But in my experience...
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
It doesn't matter, because even if you have the same DAW, you're not typically going to have the same plugins. So what works best for me is to use Dropbox, create a folder, and have all the stems, all the MIDI, the BPM, the key of the track, just all of that stuff.
You said also to like mention whether it's sidechained or not.
Yeah, mention like when you're doing stems, the best thing to do, so when you're collabing, the best thing to do is just to be as detailed as possible.
Like
so the other person,
as much as possible, basically.
Like in each stem, they should be titled, like I like to do mine all in caps. I like to have everything like written out if it's sidechain, if it's not sidechain, and just basically give the person I'm collabing with everything they need so they don't have any questions about like, hey, nothing that can hold them back, like allowing them to be the most creative person possible. And
yes, somebody is sawing center blocks outside of our window, so can't do anything about it, but we're gonna push through this YouTube video and keep going, right?
Yeah, we're gonna just keep going. So you should know what the game plan is, who's going to be doing which part of the track so that you don't have to worry about sending it back and forth so much, because the more you have to continually download the stems, send them back and forth, make updates, it's just going to cause more and more issues with the track not getting completed.
But like, how do you know who's going to do what on the track is the real question, because is it more like, oh, this guy's really good at this sort of thing, so would you be willing to, like, how does that work exactly?
So when you're starting a collab, like let's say you have an idea for a track, you're either going to be sending that idea to someone or they're going to be sending it to you. So it's important when you're looking for someone to collab with that you know, like, are they good at mixing? Because I'm going to start the track, they're going to mix it, I'm going to do this. Like, that's what you do. You start looking for someone to collab based off of like what the kind of need for the track is. Maybe you made a track that you think is really good for a certain label, but you don't have connections to that label. So then you're going to look for someone that does and start sending them the track. It all is really good preparation.
And does everybody have to have the same genre? Like, for instance, would you not collab, if you're a Future House, would you not collab with somebody who does Big Room, or
you can
like,
do
how
it.
does that work exactly?
Actually, you can kind of like do whatever you want when it comes to collabs, and it actually gives you like more freedom in a way, because maybe if you made a Big Room track on your own, but you're known as a Future House producer, people are going to think you're totally switching up your style. But if you just collabed with someone that was Big Room instead, they're like, oh, he did a collab. Like, it's not as big of like a change up.
But it helps them to experiment, maybe learn like different things about it or whatever. And the track could just come out really cool and unique because you have the touch of somebody who's better at Big Room, and you have your Future House touch, and together it could be
some
something
kind of
really
really cool, unique sound.
It also could end up being like, oh, all Big Room or all Future House at the end anyway. So I think with collaboration, it's just kind of fun to see what happens.
Yes. So you can meet a lot of people to collab through Instagram or like through DMs, but then eventually once you start collabing, you want to move to like a WhatsApp conversation, a group chat, something where it's like, you know, it's
you can go back and forth like much
send
quicker.
Files, links, all that kind of stuff. It's just, it's better because then it's not like Instagram DMs can get really crowded. Like I know for me, there's so many DMs that it's hard for me to find certain people that I'm trying to talk to.
Okay, so what if like you're emailing back and forth?
I think emailing is good too, but the most like personal connection is going to be someone's phone number, because you know how it is. Also with emails, similar to DMs, they get backed up with a bunch of spam kind of emails and you kind of forget to check them.
So do you have to like be smooth about it and be like, what's your number?
Also, you should check out a plugin called Audio Movers when you're producing a track, because it allows you, like when you're Skyping, to be able to press play on your DAW and the other person hears the exact quality that you're hearing on your headphones. And this is not like sponsored or anything, but that's something that I've noticed. It's a plugin that works really well, like when I'm Skyping with the producers team.
And that's just to like go over the track, like the final track, I guess, to approve it, or like what you've done.
Yeah, maybe you want to be like, do you like this preset better or this one? Do you like this mixing or this one? So all those things, and you just press play and they can hear it, and it makes it so much better.
Yeah, because then you can get the feedback right away, like while you're on Skype or whatever, as opposed to just continually sending the stems back and forth or emailing back and forth. So I think that's a really good way to do like the final touches. So after the track is done, you need to go over your marketing plan, like where you're going to send the track, who has connects where, on which label, also what label the track belongs to.
Exactly, and that's why it's so important to set yourself up for success. From the beginning, start your WhatsApp group, start your Dropbox, because if the collab goes well, it's going to be a long-term commitment, a long-term relationship. You're going to be like going over, you know, your social media strategy, maybe doing some promo videos, music videos, shout outs, all these things. So get to know the other person and know the game plan.
Another question we get all the time is, where do we find collabs? Like, how do I find somebody to collab with? So what are some options?
Well, definitely the Team MBL Discord. Come to the after party. It's going to be awesome right after this video, or you can go on the Discord whenever and start like finding people to collab with.
Tons of people on there, so you can just be like, this is what I produce, here are some of my tracks, and anybody want to collab.
Also Instagram, and also Spin and Talent Pool, because you could be, instead of like being on Talent Pool and commenting, vote for my track, you could be listening to all these other people's tracks and trying to find people you like to collab with.
And don't forget, when you're looking for someone to collaborate with, make sure they have something that you don't, and that you have something they don't have. Like maybe you've heard a track and you're like, whoa, if I put my drop on that, that would have been dope. Like you can offer them something as well, because the best collaborative effort is when you both have something to offer each other, because otherwise it'll be one-sided. It sounds like you're just trying to get stuff from them. So when someone sees Collab Bro, it sounds like you're only asking, like, what can you do for me? Which is like not a very good way to start a collaboration. You guys should be able to help each other. I think Collab Bro is very one-sided in that way. I don't think it's a very good thing to use ever. I don't think it works.
Exactly. You always want to offer them something, even just so you stand out from all the other people that are saying Collab Bro. Like just you saying something else is going to make people want to read your message more, is going to make a conversation get started. All right, that is it for this week, but we're going to see you in like 2 seconds right after this for our after party on Discord, hosted by Todd Helder, the producer and DJ from Stamped Records. And make sure you find someone to collab with on Discord while you're at the party.
Exactly. And also, the sale has been extended for TeamNBL.com till tomorrow. That's January 12th, in case you're watching this video in the future, so it's probably already over. And so is the after party, but you can always join our Discord, and you leave the link in the description below.
I always leave. We have an after party every week after our video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like what you're seeing. And
we'll see you next time.
See you next time.
All right, bye guys.